I suck at keeping up to date, Kita! Whew, took me 8 months, really, to get here? Space travel, college, everything. Hey everybody, Kamen Rider Dragoon here. Probably didn't notice me in a long time, and I mean, considering I haven't gained a single subscriber, and I've been both lazy, had high school finished, I'm now a high school graduate, which is not really good, but not bad, and the fact that I'm going to Otakon. Yes, I will be in Otakon next week, and I will be cosplaying as 3 characters, and for some reason, they're not hard to do, and you might have noticed my trend of them. Astro Kihara I'll be Astro Kihara from Shin Megami Tensei Double Survivor on the Friday. On Saturday, I'll be Shotaro Hidari from Kamen Rider Double. Yes, officially. And I'll be, during Saturday, I'll also be cosplaying as Aikuro Mikisugi from Kill la Kill, otherwise known as Hidalgo. By the way, Sainomi Tsunomomo 33. Check him out. He's pretty freaking cool with his Kill la Kill bridge. But I need to get down to the point. I haven't done a video in forever. So now it's for, as I teased, the deluxe Fourze driver from Kamen Rider Fourze. Let's jump over here and let's actually get into the review. Starting off with obviously the packaging, because, you know, for some reason, toys from Japan and packaging just go hand in hand. So let's take a look at it, shall we? I'll try and keep it as brief as possible. Now, the front of the box has a picture of Kamen Rider Fourze and a product shot of the Fourze driver, with each of the 4 Astro switches plugging in, and an average of 4 Astro switches, 3, 2, 1. On the other side, we have Fourze in 0 gravity! Woo! Yeah, that was cheesy. With each of the switches flying out, except for Rocket, because Rocket's apparently gangsta. He doesn't go by your rules. On the other side is a sticker from where I bought it from. But what it's covering up is that each of the 4 switch sockets, or the module basements on Fourze's limbs. On the bottom, we have another picture of the Fourze driver and all the contents. On the back, we have the very important caution stuff. Don't eat plastic. By over here, we have the contents of the box. Obviously, like manual, switches, the driver, the belt straps. Here we have the functions, pulling the switches, allowing the LED. Each switch on. The limit brake, which is showing off Fourze's Rider Rocket Drill Kick. Up here is another picture of Fourze, 3, 2, 1, and an advertisement for all the toys in the line during 2012 when the show came out. There's Burger Meal with the cameras, with number 6 camera switch, the candy toy Gashapon, and the compatibility with Gamba Ride. And on final thing is probably my favorite part is each of the switches corresponding to the modules: the rocket, launcher, drill, and radar. So enough of paper cardboard. Let's get into some Japanese plastic, shall we? Here we have the Baron Deluxe Fourze driver. Now, the Fourze driver is cast completely in a not pearlescent, but pale blue, translucent plastic. The only real paint on it, which is funny whenever someone says that, because there's pretty large amount of paint, is this gold here, except it is pretty scattered. It looks like Gentro's brain. The red on the trans switches, the silver on the socket indicator, I guess, because everything in here has a name. The entry lever's gunmetal part of this, the white paint, and the blue-ish, silverish, yeah. But this actual unit is cast in black plastic. There's a black plastic window with an LED screen. The straps are the Type 3, I believe that's what people call these. The ones that are both detachable from both sides, allowing this cool little detail on the back, where you can clearly see Duracell batteries if it comes up on camera. Belt strap is pretty standard. It's not as crazy as the double driver was, but it's got some pretty cool things like these little liberties thing, and there's some camera falls down just in case you can't tell what side there's on. There's a R and L. Now, without anything plugged into it, let's just do a little sample thing, turning on with this red switch right here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. We have to talk about the switches now. And those are probably the things that bring the most things. Here we have the first switch in the series. Rocket. Rocket. I said rocket. Good rocket. All Astro switches, basic Astro switches, not counting any form changes like elec, fire, the NNS magnets, and the Cosmo switch, are cast in a translucent black plastic with gold paint on the plug ports and the corresponding color for the switches for the module and the red arrow. This one is number 1, rocket. The sticker on it is a glittery type sticker that indicates that it's a DX, and its gimmick involves just pressing down this button to switch it on. How the switches work is you have that little peg pushes in. But yeah, rocket. Very neat. For some reason, I always think it's like a self-destruct device. Next, we have number 2, launcher. Launcher is cast in a black plastic, or the same black plastic, but has blue paint. And the sticker is a launcher rocket thing with 2 on it. Its gimmick involves this little bar that you just bring down to switch on and switch it off. Launcher. Next is the drill switch that will pierce through my review and get me flagged by Bandai. Number 3, the drill switch. It's a yellow chest in yellow plastic, some black paint, it's coated in yellow paint, and also some black paint for the arrow to indicate where the drill turns. It locks in there and then switches off. Drill. Finally, we have number 4, radar, which is actually unique because it's cast in translucent plastic. The plastic is translucent black, but the paint is also black too. The symbol is of a radar dish and the number 4. Its gimmick involves a little roller thing that you just turn until it clicks. So yeah, radar. As a switch, I love the sound effect it makes, but it's a very tiny and not as fun switch to just mess with. Now we can get back to the behemoth of this. Now we can see as each of them has a shape. Circle, X or cross, depending on what you want, triangle, and square. They only correspond to each respective socket, so you can't put the square switch in the triangle switch slots. So you can't put radar in that order. So let's turn this on, and let's get into this. First, we're starting off by putting rocket into the switch. It will say its name and part of the limb will glow. Next, launcher. Drill. Oh god, sorry. And then finally, radar. Now we can flip these switches. You can do it in any order, but each time you flip it, the octave gets higher and higher until a countdown starts. So let's do this. Henshin! Now, the silhouette Fourze, which is actually in white. It comes off more blue because of lights and stuff. Okay. Sorry, phone notification came up on this. Just ignore that. Ignore my ramblings. We'll stay on for about 20-30 seconds. Now that countdown music, or standby music, it will only last very short, and then it goes back to 3, 2, 1. Now we can see how the switches sound when you turn them on. Now it makes the sound of a rocket taking off, and his limbs are glowing. Next, launcher. Laser blasty launchers. Drill. And radar. Yep. Now, to switch them off, as I demonstrate, that's about it. However, we obviously have a finishing move, as most of these rider toys do. While having a switch on, the switches on, you can pull the enter lever again, and it'll activate the limit break. The limit break sound effect is probably the most generic finishing move because it never changes. I'm an alien. Never changes unless. Actually, it just never changes. It doesn't matter what switches are on. It just reads them off. So, that's the iconic one that was shown the first limit break in the show. Rocket and drill. Now, because that's basically all the toy does right out of the box. It is fun, and I love Fourze to begin with. Wait, why am I wrapping this up? I should be talking more about this stuff. There's still a few more things to talk about. Now, to obviously turn the belt off, you can just put that switch, but to unhinge and, detransform, untransform, you have to and now it's black. And you can switch that. And they keep making the same noise. So, and that's it in a nutshell. I do own one switch, which my brother was happy enough to find. So instead of putting in his own review, I might as well just sample it just to show it off. So we have it's a candy toy, but we have number 6, camera. Candy toys are not as detailed. See how these ones have the glittery hollow foil sticker? These have just a simple sticker. It's cast in a silverish paint and involves this little camera switch. You go, which is actually really addicting. And a QR code for some reason. Let's sample it for a second. It is a fun switch. So, let's wrap this up with my final thoughts, so we don't drag this on too much. Now, what can I say about this belt? There's not much I can say that doesn't praise it. I love Fourze. Besides Double, I love Fourze. Some people think Gentro's an idiot, and for that he is. But Gentro is also lighthearted, and he's a respectable person. He dresses very similarly, I have not watched, to Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. All in the whole, punk suit. Well, he's a bit more opposite, considering from what I've heard, Jotaro doesn't express as much emotion as Gentro does. But that's me talking about the show. What can I say about the belt? Well, it depends. It's not a super best version like I did with my double driver, so it doesn't come with as much to do everything. You only have his main 4, and his main 4 switches. For what it is, though, it is very entertaining. because you can just go. Plus, switches, unlike Gaia memories, are their desk toys. A Gaia memory constantly makes the sound, and all it does is you pressing a button. What they've been doing recently, not counting the rings, the wizard rings, the Astro switches and Loxies are very therapeutic because they're just, you just do this with your hands. It can be hard to find these, but it's not too hard if you know where you're looking. Well, that's it for the double driver. Tune in next time at my extravaganza before Otakon, as we will talk about, before I even own the belts, the Deluxe Joker Loxy. This is Comrade Dragoon, signing out.